got the Beach Boys playing Do It Again, and this is one of my favorite segments to do again. Sports heroes in entertainment. And our great sports heroes of the past, I'm not so sure about the sports heroes of the present, but certainly our sports heroes of the past, tried their hand at doing some things in entertainment. Some of these performances were good. Some of these performances, well, maybe weren't so good. But the first one I'd like to show you is Lou Gehrig, the Iron Horse, 2,130 consecutive games. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. What can you say about Lou Gehrig? Many, many things as a ball player, as a man, but not so hot as an actor. In 1938, he acted in a Western called Rawhide, and you judge for yourself. If not for Lou Gehrig, I don't think we'd be watching this clip. Mike, let's roll this.
Hey, Lou, put your brand on that, will you?
I sure will.
On the level, Lou, where you going?
I told you, Rawhide.
You don't expect us to swallow that ranch stuff, do you?
Take it or leave it. I'm through with baseball.
Oh, that's the ball player's annual theme song. You mean you're through until you get the salary you want?
No, I got what I want. My sister and I bought a swell ranch in a peaceful valley. 100 miles from a railroad. This is on the level.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Garrett, you better step on it. I'll bet you knew through the clothes you'll be in Florida for spring practice.
You wait till that old season starts. You'll miss the crowds and the cheering and the excitement.
That's just what I want to get away from. I had all of that. I'm going to wallow in peace and quiet for the rest of my life. I'm going to hang up my spikes for a swell old pair of carpet slippers.
Please, Mr. Garrett, you're holding up the train.
Okay, so long, gang.
Oh, hello, Lou. Just time. I'll buy you a drink.
One of my men was shot a while ago.
No. That's tough. Is he hurt bad? Do you know who did it?
Who do you think you're kidding? It was the three mugs you sent out to pull down my fence.
Oh, wait a minute, Lou. That's the kind of stuff I'm trying to stop. Now, if you'll come in with us,
Well, we're not going in with you. And remember, this strong-arm stuff don't go with me.
Don't blame you, Lou. And if you'll tell me who the guy is, I'll help you put him in jail. That's fair enough, isn't it?
Well, we'll see about that. Here's one of them now. Come here, you rat.
Who are you calling a rat?
Why,
Wait a minute. Take it easy, Gary. It couldn't have been him. He hasn't been out of town all day, has he, boys?
No, he hadn't.
I get it.
Why don't you take a look at his gun? See if it's been fired.
Thanks. I'll do that. Let me see that gun. partner. Give me those other pool balls.
Okay.
Thanks for the help, Mr.
Kimball, Larry Kimball.
Many, many things to baseball, to American culture, to American inspiration, but wasn't much in the film game, folks. I'm very sorry to say. Our next clip is Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth had made a series of instructional baseball films. I believe it was 1931 or 1932. And the Babe really had a character that he was. He really lived his character. And here's the Babe in a little short called Slide, Babe, Slide. It's really interesting. I'd like for you to watch it.
So, ain't you seen that man yet?
No, I don't believe it. Show him to me.
There he is. He's sitting out there with an old-time ball player, Mike Donaldson. See him?
Thanks.
Hello, Sonny.
Would you please sign my autograph?
Why, sure. Say, what's this doing in here?
Is it okay, Mr. Ruth?
Listen, don't you call me Mr. Ruth now. You just call me Babe.
Okay, babe.
Wait a minute. Here's your pencil.
Thanks.
Great kid, Mike.
Hey, babe, what was your batting average last season?
Oh, I think about 300 and...
373.
Say, lady, I think you're right.
You tell him I'm right. That's production. 10 minutes up.
Mike, you know, I'm sort of glad to get away from baseball for a while. I played a lot of ball this year, and I'm tired. And if I never see a ballpark again for next season, it'll be soon enough.
I know how you feel, babe.
What is that over there? Looks like a ball game. Say, I think I'll go over and look them over. Hey, listen, you fellas need a ball player?
You mean you want to play?
I play ball.
What's your name?
Babe Ruth.
I want you to meet Pepper Martin.
Hello, Pepper. How are you?
And this fella's Napoleon.
Well, Napoleon himself.
Yeah, but I'm awfully sorry. I can't use you.
Ah, guys.
Johnny, you come right home and finish chopping this wood. I gotta go, fellas. I'll be right back. Okay, Ma. Gee, his mom's always calling him. I wish she'd leave him alone.
Hey, looks like I'm going to get in the ball game anyhow. Napoleon just met his Waterloo.
You got me stuck. Get on first base and run for him.
All right.
Listen, Donnie, you take care of him. All right. Okay, come on. Hey, All right, now watch yourself. Don't get caught off. Take a little lead off. All right. The fellow who said his Babe Ruth is running for Napoleon. Play ball.
Say, this will never do. No. Now, you got to get over there in front of the bag. See, by standing over there, you get a chance of getting spiked. That way, you don't. And you also have a chance to put your hand down and hook the runner's leg. See, now remember that. That's a pretty good trick. It's about the oldest trick in baseball, and sometimes they got away with it. But it's no harm in trying. Now listen, I'm going to steal second base. And the first thing to remember is to get your proper stance. Now leaning towards first base, you can get a good break. But by leading to second base, you can get a good start. Now watch me. Here I go. This slide is known as the fadeaway. Watching, you will see how my body fades away from the base, making it harder for the baseman to touch me. Notice that my arms are in the air, preventing injuries to the wrists. This slide requires a lot of practice, and I would advise you to use your big brother's trousers.
Gee, that was a swell slide. Too bad that kid just fanned for the third out.
He's tired of baseball. He don't want to see another ball game until next season.
Now, what you gonna do with that?
I'm going to pitch.
My little brother's a pitcher.
What about playing first base?
I'm the first baseman. You get out and field and shank balls.
Say, buddy, how about burning your glove?
All right, if you take good care of it.
Well, I'll try and do that. All right, fellas, let's go.
I got it!
Take it, take it, take it, take it.
I got it!
Take it. Oh, what was the matter?
Oh, the sun got in my
Well,
eye.
now listen, next time the sun's in your eyes, always put your glove hand or your other hand up like that until you get the shade on it. Then when the ball comes, you can catch it easy. Do you understand that now?
Yeah.
All right, Johnny.
Johnny. Oh! Oh, get it down! Come on, shake it up. Where's the hitter? All right, old boy. Come on, old ball boy. Right in here.
Say, is that the way you hit?
Yeah.
Well, that's entirely wrong. That's what we call stepping in the bucket. Put your foot over here like that. Then take a cut at the ball. Now, let's see you do it.
Come on, old ball boy. We'll get him out there. Right on, old boy. Bucket or no bucket. I'm hitting 570, and that's the first time I've missed that guy's roundhouse. All right, come on, old ball boy. We'll get Come on. Say, Money, we can't ever get that guy out.
Say, you know, it's funny. We have a fellow in our league by the name of Al Simmons who hits the same way. And at the end of the year, he comes up with a big average. But that's unusual.
Pretty good for a bucket stepper. And I'm like, here, see if you can hit one.
Over there?
Sure. Come on, Alex,
All
that's a
right.
homer, baby. Hey, Tim! Hey, Tim! Look at high five! High five! Come here! Come here, Red. Look at high five! You like that fella over there? Sure is. That must be Babe Ruth.
That's him.
That's right, that must be Babe Ruth. Yeah. Look at that big. Gee, that must be him, though. That's him. I don't know that. Boy, I can hit, too. Stay back, fellas. Stay back, please. Right one. Gee, missed it.
All aboard! Hey, Babe! Babe, come on here! Come on here!
Goodbye, pals. Wait till me next week and I'll show you more about baseball. Goodbye. Goodbye.
The Babe was just such an amazing personality, and you're really getting that film. The relationship that he had with kids and how kids gravitated to him. Just a big, warm-hearted guy, and there was only one Babe, and Babe, I think, was more cut out for the filmic industry than the first baseman on his team, Mr. Gehrig. Anyway, we're going to move this up a number of years. Joe Namath, Broadway Joe Willie White Shoes, the first quote-unquote flashy star quarterback of the modern era. He had a show in the late 1960s called The Joe Namath Show. Incredible guests for one year, one of whom was Muhammad Ali. Now here's Joe starting to learn how to interview. He got a lot better as he got older. He used to do The Tonight Show, and he did a few variety shows, but here you kind of get the idea. He's stumbling a little bit, but still it's a fine period piece and a really neat piece of sports history at the time. The world's greatest boxer in exile versus the world's greatest quarterback. I don't know if they're really competing, but you make the judge of that. Mike, let's watch this.
I want to thank everybody who backed me up in here. You know, Diana Carroll and Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor and Truman Capote and just all the big shots. Just a whole list of the names of the people who, you know, who said that they won't be satisfied until I fight again. Here's a picture of the list of people here. Esquires better pay me some more money for this. All of these are names of prominent people here in America. So I think that this will let the people know. I mean, if I never fight again, it's just a principle of thing that you just can't destroy a heavyweight title, which is the highest prize in all sports, and just say a fellow's not the champion because of his religion or his political beliefs.
Regardless of everything else that's happened, I don't think anyone had the right to take the title away from you. You earned the title, you beat everyone that was capable of challenging you, and you beat them in very good fashion.
And you had a nice time doing it.
Nice time doing it, and the title still should not have been taken away from you.
Last week, Joe, Muhammad was with Tom Seaver and me in Chicago, and Muhammad was demonstrating a little shadow boxing for us and offered to punch Tom's hand. And Tom hit his right hand under his arm and held up his left hand.
Can't say that I blame him.
He threw some pretty good punches. You want to throw one here at this hand?
When we pause for a brief commercial.
Then you'll throw it at me?
You don't want to hurt you, Dick. You got to steal right with that hand, don't you?
Let me tell you
something.
No, Joe,
just use
Dick,
the tape.
if you tried me 7 days from now, you'll be a week-old ghost.
You really think you can come back and be as good as you were?
If you stayed off 2 years, do you think you could?
No.
Well, I could.
Yeah. All right.
Introducing Suzuki 00 and 7 event, featuring America's #1 value plan. It's America.
The question?
I would say it would be easier in a place where you have just a few people. Like I usually have them on nationwide TVs that are unrehearsed by top-notch people like Howard Cosell and
Howard who?
Cosell, you know, one of our sports brothers.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty well versed on answering questions. Just about every question that a person asks you, you know, when you're used to doing this type of work, it's always the same question, never nothing really new, you know.
And it does get old, I guess. Same questions all the time. Right. When you and Barb are going to start this good-looking, whatever you call it, where everybody's naked?
Well, we're going to be dressed too, Joe. It's just not that. I mean, it's what I was going to say when you asked me about the preparation for a thing like this. So you get embarrassed. At least I get embarrassed. I feel embarrassed about the whole idea. I've never had to do that before. So I start to diet and stuff like that. And I run around the park. I run around the park every day. It doesn't help, but that's what I do. It makes me think I'm doing something.
I can see the three of you running around the park every morning.
No, the two of them, and I'll drive the car and take them. So bring them along.
Have you been running in the park here, Muhammad?
Muhammad.
He's the quickest fighter that ever lived.
When you start talking about all that stuff, naked stuff, I don't take part in that kind of conversation.
Who are you talking about running in the park?
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I didn't know.
I don't do all that.
I'm sorry, audience. That got pretty raw.
That's everybody's own thing, you know. I don't take part in all that type of stuff. Civilized.
There's more to that if you'd like to see it. The clip is available on YouTube, and what a time in sports it was. Muhammad Ali was exiled from boxing for 3.5 years, and Joe Namath was Joe Namath, Super Bowl winner. So it was quite a time to be a young sports fan. Our final clip is from the Brady Bunch, and here every once in a while in the Brady Bunch, some sports star would somehow show up in the mix of the near-perfect family of the Brady Bunch, and Bobby Brady somehow gets Joe Namath to come to his backyard and play football with him. So you be the judge of Joe Namath's acting abilities. Mike, let's watch this.
Is there anything special I can do for you, Bobby?
Could you come over for dinner one night, Joe?
No, I'm afraid not. I have to hop a plane right after the game.
How about an autographed photo, Bobby? I brought one along for you.
That'd be great. Better lie down. You look weaker. Oh. Oh.
What would you like for me to say on it, Bobby?
To my great friend, Bobby Brady.
To my great friend, Bobby Brady.
At whose house I always have dinner when I'm in town.
You do?
Whatever he says, Herb.
I'm sorry I won't get a chance to meet some of his friends.
To meet some of his friends.
Like Eddie Clark, Tommy Hamner, Todd Kearney, Bert Stevens. Give him a chance to catch up.
There, I'm caught up. Go ahead, Bobby.
And especially Eric Parker, who refused to believe that I'm really good friends with Bobby Brady.
That's all?
That's all. Now you can write whatever you want.
Well, Alice, she passed her first aid test with flying bandages.
I got 10 points on my very first try.
Now she's moving up to stretcher bearing.
Well, it's a day for great news, and have I got some for you?
What?
Well, we barely made it before the stretcher got here.
Miss Brady, this is Joe Namath and Mr. Keller.
How do you do?
What a pleasure.
How do you do?
And this is Marcia and Jan Brady.
Hi.
Lady.
It was so nice of you to come over here just to see Bobby.
Well, it's the least we could do, Mrs. Brady.
Well, you know, you got here in the nick of time. Bobby was just about at the end of his rope.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, hi, honey. Oh, Mike, this is my husband, Mike. This is Mr. Namath and
How do
Mr.
you do?
Keller.
It's very nice to meet you.
How do you do?
Mr. Keller?
So you really have quite a son there, Mr. Brady.
This whole thing must be pretty upsetting.
Well, when you have 6 kids, something like this bound to happen to one of them.
Excuse me, you don't seem to be taking this very seriously.
Oh, well, there's no reason to get upset over a problem like this.
How'd you find out about it?
Well, I got this letter from Bobby.
Hey, that's Cindy's handwriting.
It says, Dear Mr. Namath, my name is Bobby Brady, and I'm 12 years old, and I'm writing to you because I'm very, very sick. Mr. Namath, I'm afraid we owe you an apology. I think the kids are trying to put something over on you here.
You mean Bobby's not sick?
Well, he might be when we get through talking to him.
Yeah, yes.
He and Cindy must have cooked this up between them, Mr. Namath.
You see, Bobby told all his friends that he knew you. He even told them that you ate dinner over here. Mr. Namath, Cindy and I have been talking it over, and we think you should know something. See, I'm not really sick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, too. I wrote the letter. He just moaned and groaned. I guess it wasn't a very nice thing to do. You can have your picture back.
Well, you look pretty healthy when I talked to you upstairs, Bobby. In fact, I'm glad you're not sick. And, it's pretty flattering to have someone want to see me as badly as you wanted to.
Oh, flattering, maybe, but I think you two are going to be penalized for illegal procedure.
Yeah, but can I still keep the picture?
You bet you can. And as long as I'm here, why don't we go throw a few passes together?
Wow, that'd be great.
Okay, Bobby, here comes the bomb. Hey! Good catch, Bobby. Good catch. Well, listen, I got to get going.
Boy, Joe, this is something I'll never forget.
Well, neither will I. I really enjoyed it. And it was nice meeting all of you.
Nice meeting you.
Really, it was a pleasure. Thank you. Mr. Brady, you've got quite a family here.
Thanks,
All
Joe.
right.
Bye-bye, Joe.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Listen, guys, I gotta tell you something. See, I never met Joe Namath until today.
Oh, you kidding?
Come on, Bobby, knock it off. Honest. You don't expect us to believe that, do you? Gotta tell my dad.
Hey, yeah, me too.
Come on.
Only in Hollywood, I guess. You can write a letter and somehow get Joe Namath or Davy Jones or Don Drysdale or any of the other people that somehow wandered their way into the Brady Bunch over to the family house and into a sitcom episode. But some of the great sports heroes in entertainment. And I thank you for watching this special segment that we've done. We'll see you on July 28th for our show. And Mike, take it away. Have a great rest of the summer. We'll see you before then. And thanks for watching.